Pokemon Ancestral X has just been revived by the creator Axon. It's a Nuzlocke ROM hack that brings out the best of Gen 6, and I'm here to beat it. So this is my attempt at Pokemon Ancestral X. Shoutouts to all the viewers who helped me out with this game. Ancestral X is modeled after some of the more modern ROM hacks out there, having more variety in Pokemon, harder trainers, and revamping the Pokemon. As always, the game begins by having you choose a starter Pokemon. So I go with my Kalo's favorite, Froakie. Along the way, you get a couple more cracked encounters, but this attempt was not it. Being the first time running through this game, I really didn't know what's coming up, so I died before even the first gym. In fact, the next couple of attempts die early. This game gives a lot of resources, but the trainers are equally as hard. Horde encounters, static Pokemon, in-game trades, but the trainers are just next level. Hardest of them all is Viola. I'm playing the early game in version 2.0 and not the most recent update where Viola is seriously nerfed, so the term Violatory is a very real thing. Most people in my chat told me that Chespin was best for the early game, but I don't believe them. After a couple of attempts, it became clear to me that Fennekin was a better choice for the early game. Fennekin being a fire type has a much better matchup against Viola, and Sap Super Azumarill is a perfect counter for the grass moves. Corphish takes out her Dwebble, forcing it to use counter, and Meryl stalls out the Surskit. Everyone's doing their job correctly, but Bunnelby just cannot clutch up for its life. No! Don't do this again! Don't do this again! I send in Breaks in to kill Joltik and one-shot the Swaloon. I pivot out to Pansear to swipe out Larvesta, then sack it to Vivillon to bring in Rhyhorn. Rock Tomb hits and one-shots. In Lumio City, I can pick up Marshtomp from Professor Sycamore, and I forget to delay for Horde encounter on Route 4, so I get punished with Weeping Bell, which immediately dies in the next battle. You motherfucker. Elekid in the Flowers of Route 5 is incredible in the late game, and I managed not to kill the Feebas in Parfum Palace. Route 7 gives us a guaranteed static Snorlax, but we can also get a second Pokemon on this route. The Ancestral X community decided that getting a second counter here was allowed since Snorlax appears before any grass, so it takes away from the variety that we're supposed to have. So, after I plant a berry tree and wait a few days, I get my hands on an Aerolate Lediba. A lot of the trainers that cost me Pokemon in the previous runs simply weren't a problem. Having a diverse team made navigating much easier. Connecting Cave offers a Zubaz, Route 9 gives me a Sandshrew, and Glittering Cave delivers a Druddigon. There is a tag battle against Team Flare at the end of the cave, but they mainly use Steel types, which means that my newly acquired ground Pokemon can pop off. Right now, I have the choice of 3 fossil Pokemon, Aerodactyl, Tyrunt, and Amora. Chat convinced me to choose Amora, which immediately dies to a Scald Burn. No f***ing way, are you serious? I also make sure to head north first to get an encounter before entering the second gym. I checked its IVs, it's a max defense Hawlucha. Someone in my chat tells me that the Expert Belt is located a little bit further north of Route 10, so I head deeper to pick it up. What is this? Oh fuck. Man, fuck binocular vision trainers. Hippowdon sets up Sandstorm to constantly chip away at my health, and Druddigon dies to bring in a Pokemon safely. I try to PP Staller with Ledian and Onix, but I miscounted PP and Ironhead swats my Ledian. Snorlax has to stall out Hippowdon even more to come out of this fight alive. You blasted of a trainer. I hope you never see your parents ever again. Hopefully losing 2 Pokemon was worth getting the Expert Belt. Grant fights with Sandstorm in his favor. I double up Jump Kick and Power Up Punch into Corsola to prevent screens from setting up. I Uncoil Gigalith into Stealth Rocks, then swap Scolipede into Giga Drain. I set up a Rain Dance, and Scolipede U-turns out for Hawlucha. I swap in my Electabuzz and protect Swampert against Giga Drain. Then I double swap in Crawdon and Scolipede. I protect Crawdon and U-turn Cradily for more chip damage. Knockoff kills the Cradily, and Drill Run deals massive damage to Gigalith. Aerodactyl comes out but dies to a Razor Shell. I swap out Rhydon for Swampert and Razor Shell again to kill the Gigalith. This brings in his Dragon Steel Aggron. Aggron immediately protects, and I protect Swampert as well. Crawdon gets a free Razor Shell onto Tyrantrum to drop its defense. Aggron doesn't see any kills on my Pokemon as long as Tyrantrum doesn't land an attack, so I double Aqua Jets into Tyrantrum to try and kill. That's 1. No! No! Ah! Oh, it missed! Thankfully, it still goes down to Life Orb Recoil, but Crawdon missed because Gigalith got an accuracy drop with Mud Bomb on the switch-in. Electabuzz comes in and 2v1s Aggron for the victory. Apparently Swampert's really good for this next split, so losing Swampert of all Pokemon was the worst outcome. Moving forwards, we battle against Flare Grunt and Frankie. He's got a decently bulky team, but I still have good enough coverage to work around his Pokemon. Just had to watch out for his Inferno Houndoom. Also, something to mention here is that once you get the second badge, you get access to ability capsules. Up in Geosenge Town, Korrina challenges me to a battle against her 2 Lucarios. Rhydon can protect evading attacks, while we take out her Lucarios with Flying Press. This next portion of the game is going to be a tough split. Reflection Cave is a long route with tons of trainers. It also doesn't help that Beartic crits an Icicle Spear to kill my Scolipede. Staraptor is another good flying fighting mon, but overlaps with Hawlucha. Reflection Cave also has a lot of good options, and I get the best one being Matang. Matang has everything going for it. Good stats, strong move pool, and mega evolution. Except for the fact that it's uncatchable. I threw so many Pokeballs, but it refused to stay in. It just kept chipping away at my team, and I even decided that it was worth sacking Grumpig. But in the end, I had to run away because nothing on my team could withstand its attacks. Pushing through all the trainers in Reflection Cave was not an easy ask. Many of them had wide movesets or crazy ability combinations that made it really hard to navigate. There's also double battles that I have to work through, which are extremely tough to plan out since opponents can choose random moves on your Pokemon. On top of all that, Reflection Cave introduces what I like to call route bosses. Certain trainers who are a bit harder than the rest. They tend to have a full team of 6, hold items, and fight in a double battle, and Reflection Cave features 2 of them. The first is Emil, leading with Gardevoir and Golem. I Flame Burst Gardevoir to chip its health, allowing for splash damage to break sturdy on Golem. Gardevoir sets up a Calm Mind and Azumarill waterfalls to kill. I swap in Steelix on the left and Blaziken sets up a Bulk Up. It had Focus Sash anyway, so I did need 2 hits to kill it. A Fire move into Steelix is a kill, so I protect Steelix and aim Waterfall into Blaziken. However, they double up attacks to kill Azumarill. I don't understand. Mystical Fire is so clearly a kill. Extrasensory was not. Wait, I genuinely don't understand. See, the way the AI works in this game is that if it sees a kill, it will always go for it. It prefers kills with priority moves, and if it sees more than one move as a kill, then it'll go for the highest damaging move. The kills on Steelix are over 100%, but Steelix has the ability Sturdy, so it didn't technically see the kill. I send out Electivire to bait attacks, then pivot out to Snorlax. Steelix ground pounds to kill Blaziken. With Snorlax at low health, it protects itself from attacks, allowing Steelix to hit Gardevoir just shy from killing it. Now here's where the bullshit starts up again. Snorlax clearly protected itself from 2 attacks, which meant that they both saw a kill, so in theory they should both go for it again. So I swap out to Delphox, but this time they double up attacks into Steelix despite Sturdy being up. It sees Aura Sphere kill on my... What? I genuinely don't even understand. It literally saw Aura Sphere kill on my Snorlax. So what the fuck was this AI doing? I don't know. If you know Gen 6 AI better than I do, then please leave a comment down below. Electivire comes back out and one-shots Clawitzer. Combined with Delphox, they can take out the rest of Emil's team. That was kinda rough, and there's still a second trainer. And this fight revealed some even more bullshit in this game. Okay, Will-O-Wisp is... Wait, what? I thought you can't Prankster a Dark type. Thankfully, the rest of the fight goes fine, and I can exit out to Shalour City and go fishing to recoup my losses. Just a quick note on AI, if the AI sees a kill, it will go for it. But if it doesn't see a kill, then it will always go for a status or boosting move instead. Unless, of course, they only have attacking moves. Before I can think about Korrina, there is a rival battle in the Tower of Mastery. Serena leads with Meowstic again, and I start Crawdont. Shell Armor prevents Dazzling Gleam from critting, so Meowstic gets one-shot by knockoff. I swap to Rhyperior on Absol, whose massive defense lets it tank hits. They send out Greninja next, and Protein Dark Pulse crits Lantern. Discharge hits for a third of its health, so 2 more shocks it out. We bait Earthquakes from Altaria. I swapped to Crobat looking for EQ, but it went for a Dragon Dance to boost its stats. Dragon Claw does slightly more than half to Crobat, and Citrus Berry just doesn't put me out of kill range. Is there a rule that kills me here? I don't think all the rules kill me. Yeah, none of the rules kill me, unless it crits. So let's just... 2 out of the 16 rules kill, but thankfully, they don't get it, and Cross Poison retaliates the kill. With Crobat so low, we can bait Thunderbolt into Motor Drive Electivire, where Drain Punch safely picks up the kill. Finally, her last Pokemon is revealed to be Clefable. Switching out to Snorlax lets me hit super effective Heavy Slams, and evaporates Clefable like queso on a Wendy's menu. Korrina is a top dog of a fighting gym. Leading with Medicham, it's slower than my Crobat, and it dies to my Crobat. There's this Acrobatics 100% kills. Nice. I swap to Milo on her Dusknoir, which burns us to boost my defense. I hit a Surf activating its red card to bring out Staraptor. I swap back out to Milo to wash out Dusknoir with rain boosted Surfs. Kangaskhan comes out and I pivot to Hawlucha. Flying Press isn't a range to kill, but our defense is high enough to play into the crit, allowing for recoil damage to feint himself. I swap to Staraptor on her Hitmontop so that Intimidate drops their attack. From here, Dual Wing Beat's a perfect range to knock it out. Next out is Lucario, who sees Flash Cannon as a kill. Swapping to Electivire allows us to resist, and Drain Punch it down to Focus Sash. Mach Punch next turn picks up the kill. Finally, her last Pokemon is Donphan. I pivot to Staraptor to dodge EQ, then over to Crobat who can put it to sleep and safely finish the battle. I head on east with 3 badges in pocket and continue on with the journey. The flowers on Route 12 presents me with a horde of starter Pokemon. I can't pick Mudkip since I already have a dead Swampert, so I figured that the best encounter for now is Totodile. My team seems to be lacking power, so Sheer Force Feraligatr fits the build perfectly. Route 12 also features another one of these route bosses. Luckily, the double battle can be easily turned into a 2v1 by locking Tauros into a Blaze Kick. Leading with Lucario baits the fire move, and I can swing in my water types to safely pivot around his other Pokemon. I reach Coumarine City and head up the tram to the top of the city. Since our rival ambushes us before we enter the gym, I want to first head down to Route 13 for an encounter. Vibrava. Vibrava isn't going to be immediately useful since its stats are incredibly weak, but if I can evolve it to a Flygon, then I'll have my hands on a Bug Dragon Pseudo Legendary. I can also head back down to Azure Bay to fish up an encounter. Lumineon, okay, as expected. Lumineon is nearly guaranteed through fishing, and it's supposedly cracked in this game. Apparently half of all Elite Four teams consist of a Storm Drain Lumineon. The rival battle outside the gym goes about the same as last time. Crawdaunt knocks off Meowstic, and Rhyperior tanks the Absol. We bait out Jellicent for a kill, so I swap out to Water Absorb Lantern to stall it for a bit before gooning it with Knockoff. Greninja U-turns the Glaceon, so Crobat locks it into Freeze Dry. Delphox swaps in and one-shots with Mystical Fire. Greninja comes back out and wants a Dark Pulse, so Crobat can come in to Leech Life, keeping it healthy. I swap to Snorlax on Altaria and try to kill with Heavy Slam. We tank a Body Slam in the red, and Heavy Slam crits but barely doesn't kill. You know what? The crit's all we needed. Unfortunately, nobody has a fucking priority move. Something's gotta die, so I sacrifice Snorlax for Crawdaunt to come out and kill with Aqua Jet. I was actually super confident in planning, so losing Snorlax here was completely unexpected. Thankfully, Ramos was a nice change of pace. Meganium is Grass Fairy and immediately dies to Cross Poison. Sudowoodo gets countered by Electivire, who can Drain Punch to recover any damage. Rotom-O has Choice Scarf, which locks itself into Leaf Storm. This means that Crobat can come back out to sap its health with Leech Life to stay healthy. His Arbok coils to boost its stats, so I swap to a Feraligatr whose Breaking Swipe lowers their attack. Rhyperior can come in and finish it off. Rhyperior also baits Muddy Water from Masquerain. I pivot to Water Absorb Lantern and line up Charge Beam with Discharge for the kill. Finally is Mega Venusaur. Mega Venusaur. He wants to hit a Petal Blizzard, but Crobat quad resists and 1v1s Venusaur to earn the 4th badge. Dude, Crobat putting in work. Putting in work. After the cleanup on Ramos is one of the longest splits in the game. 4 badges in. 13 grunt battles in a row before Clement. I get Probopass to help with this task, but it really doesn't do much. The first 2 grunts go fine, but the third one goes to shit. Feraligatr takes on the first few Pokemon, but Seismitoad here never sees a kill with any move, so it should always go Toxic. Wait, what? Why? That doesn't make sense. This fucking game sometimes, man. I don't understand. That was not a there was no killing range there. Okay, that makes this a little more interesting. Yeah, see? Why would you... I send Gator back out to Breaking Swipe, but they EQ and poison damage kills Feraligatr. Oh shit, wait, hold on. It crit me. Fuck. The next few grunts don't go too well either. I let the next guy set up Calm Minds and kill Hawlucha with Esper Wing. Grunt 7 required a sack to prevent red card activation on Noctowl. Slowly but surely, this run was drawing its final breaths. The last of the 13 is 2 double battles. Crawdaunt one-shots Gliscor while Crobat deals damage to Sylveon. This brings out Zapdos, which gets burned by her own Typhlosion. Lava Plume. Burn its own Zapdos, okay. Again, it discharges. We have Volt Absorb to absorb that. I counter the Zapdos with Volt Absorb Lantern and Motor Drive Electivire. Thank you. And that's actually funny. It burned its own Zapdos, and it paralyzed and crit its own Scizor. Discharge paralyzes her own Scizor, and Mega Gengar gets outsped by her speed-boosted Electivire and dies to Shadow Punch. This battle was fine, but next is Aliana. I have to play into baiting attacks, swapping in Lantern to take hits from Whimsicott. Okay, Power Gem. Okay. I swap in Lumineon hoping for a water attack, but Feraligatr gets the read and sets up Dragon Dance. Wait, no way! Oh, I forgot I'm Pasho Berry. Fuck. Volt Switch kills Feraligatr, so I bring in Rhyperior. I swap over to Vibrava so that Strength chips at Flygon. After a few more pivots, Power Gem knocks out Flygon to bring out Raikou. Beheeyem dies to Volt Switch and Mega Bayonet comes out. Oh, what? You just straight Aura Sphere? Okay, yes, that's... Oh my god, I thought you were gonna discharge. Fuck. Okay, there goes Lantern. There goes Lantern. Calm Mind Raikou and Adaptability Bayonet is too much for my team. Dude, wait, Aura Sphere Play Rough is too hard to... Oh yeah, Walk and Bear. Dude, there's so many layers to this. I can't keep track. I can probably go Crawdon. I might have to sack Crawdon as well here. I don't even know why you discharged. Good night. The burden on the rest of my box crushes me at the trainer in Clement's gym, and this marks my PB. And a crit, by the way. And a crit. Because it just had to crit us. The set of starting Pokemon we get at the early game needs to be good because they set the tone for the rest of the run. After a bunch of early game resets to bad Pokemon and misplays, one Chespin run goes well enough to reach Viola deathless. This team looks very similar to the previous PB attempt led by a trademark Chinchino. Thankfully, the rest of the team did their jobs well enough, so I could bring out Minchino as a sacrificial lamb to win the first badge. This time, I make sure to delay Route 4 for Honey and pick up Marshtomp again from Professor Sycamore. The Tierno fight on Route 5 goes as well as expected. Marshtomp can Aqua Jet first turn to break its air balloon and remove it from battle. Azumarill can frag out on 3 Pokemon since it's so darn bulky with Spirit Break in its arsenal. Knockoff against Girafarig breaks it down and picks up the win. Heading on to Route 7, I pick up the Ledian early to have it in my party for the fights coming up. In Perfume Palace, the Honey's just sitting on the ground, which allows us to initiate Horde battles spontaneously. So, I head back to Route 4 where we saved our encounter, but end up getting something unexpected. Okay. I think the Fire type is useful, so let's do that. All of the starters in this game have been buffed. Starters have added typing, stats have been redistributed, and abilities are revamped. I want Tepig on my team since I'm lacking a Fire type. Connecting Cave also brings up a Pure Power Meditite. Medicham, and more importantly Mega Medicham, is one of the most reliable answers for taking on sturdy and Focus Sash Pokemon. Route 8 gives me a Skarmory with Battle Armor, one of the best physical walls. So good that it was nerfed to lose Battle Armor in the 2.1 update. Yo, that's really nice. That's really nice. Aside from those though, nothing else was too amazing. Glittering Cave has a few grunts and a tag battle at the end which goes well, so I can bring home a fossil Pokemon to recover. The Grand Double Battle goes just like before, not too well. Seed Bomb prevents Corsola from getting any screens up, and High Jump Kick immediately removes the Gigalith. I bring out Skarmory into the left side to hit dual Wing Beats. I Steel Wing Cradily for chip damage and detect Medicham. I swap in Hippo on the right side to tank hits, and pray that Steel Wing snags the kill on Cradily. That's fine. No! Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. That was incredibly bad. That was not a good roll. Iron Head, that's fine. I send out Azu on the right side and kill the Cradily, baiting out Aggron. Aggron opts to Protect, which I predicted and double up Aqua Jets and Steel Wing into Aerodactyl. Chestnut tanks the hits from both sides, dealing Iron Barb's chip damage. Chestnut will die to dual Wing Beat if I don't sack a Pokemon, so unfortunately, Hippo comes in to die as Steel Wing revenge kills Tyrantrum. Yeah, goodbye. Kinda sucks, but that's alright. Happens. Eventually, Aggron is slowly chiseled out, winning me the second badge. The Korrina split starts off amazingly with a Timid Throw and Roggenrola. Gigalith on paper is not bad at all, but it overlaps with Golem from Glittering Cave, which is simply better. The two route bosses are still kinda rocky. U-turn into Gardevoir brings it down to a killable range, and Spike Cannon pierces through Sturdy on Golem. Spike Cannon kills the Blaziken, and Scolipede can U-turn to kill the Gardevoir. Predicting a Water Pulse from Clawitzer, I swap in Chestnut on the left side and Poison Jab Pinsir to kill, but they Water Pulse Scolipede instead. And this is Water Pulse. Ah, shit. Wait, why is that wrong? I don't even know, man. It's a higher percentage chance to kill into Emboar. I don't even know anymore. I said before that the AI will go for the highest damage when selecting an attacking move, and this is true for double battles as well. For each of your Pokemon, the AI will calculate which Pokemon they do more damage to and target them. And while the absolute damage to Emboar was higher, the damage relative to how much health was remaining was higher on Scolipede. It's like if you could choose to kill Emboar once or killing Scolipede twice. The AI would choose killing Scolipede. The second route boss went a lot smoother. Sableye immediately dies to prevent any prankster bullshit and brings out Granbull. I swap in Skarmory, who's a perfect counter, and chip out Heliolisk. Empoleon warrants a switch to Azu as Skarmory takes on Granbull. I swap over to Chestnut on the left and hit a Ground-type Dodrio with a Waterfall. I swap Skarmory back in on the right where Seed Bomb can retaliate on the Dodrio. Empoleon gradually loses health to being chipped, which finally brings us back to Shalour City. The Serena rival fight goes pretty much the same. We have basically the same Pokemon, so the strategy doesn't change. Korrina is also fine. Play Rough from Timid Altaria gets the job done, and Ledian with Iron Fist can chain power-up punches into Drain Punch. Chestnut plays the long game with Dusknoir, chipping its health 3 ways with Leech Seed, Iron Barb, and Spiky Shield. Skarmory walls at Kangaskhan, restoring HP with leftovers. Hitmontop brings in my Medicham, where Fake Out brings it into the site of Psycho Cut. Finally, her Dawnfang can't break past the sheer defense on my Cloyster, and she presents me with the Rumble Badge. Alright, that's perfect. This battle went perfectly according to plan. There was no complications. That's once in a million, once in a lifetime. On the docks of Coumarine City, the type resist berries are just sitting there, so I can pick those up. And another one of the houses at the top of Coumarine has the rest of the battling berries. Holy shit, she collects berries? Wait, what'd you say? I collect berries for fun, please don't steal from here. Proceeds to rob the entire house. Last time, the rival fight with Serena lost me a Snorlax since we didn't have a counter for the Dragon Dance Altaria. But this time with Skarmory, we have the perfect counter that makes this fight flawless. Skarmory, honestly, the perfect counter for this Altaria. Ramos is still easy as ever. Meganium instantly dies to quad effective cross poison, and a Mud Bomb twice to smoke out the Arbok. Electivire comes in to Thunder Punch Masquerain down to Focus Sash, and Mach Punch on the second turn sneaks in the kill. Rotom seeing Energy Ball locks itself into Sapsip or Azumarill. They then swap out to Sudowoodo, which breaks their Sturdy for a second hit to flush it out. Rotom tricks their Choice Scarf onto Azumarill, and expecting a Volt Switch, I protect the Scout only for him to swap out to Venusaur. Still no problem though, since Skarmory can Brute Force through Venusaur to take it out. Leaving Rotom for last, Chestnut resists all of its moves and slowly wears it down to bring me the prize. Now we're back to the Clemont split. Here I was informed that the 2.1 version was released and it had major updates. First of all, Viola was made much easier, so that would have been nice to know. But secondly, the power plant had the number of grunts cut in half. This made getting to the final 2 admins a lot easier. Felix leads with Sylveon that flinches, and Electivire outspeeds Gliscor to kill with Ice Punch. I detect Medicham and Electivire intentionally takes a Hyper Voice at low health to get off an Ice Punch and a Zapdos. Okay, so that means Electivire is just gonna have to take a Hyper Voice. It's gonna be low. It's gonna take us low, but we have to do it. So detect, Ice Punch, Zapdos. Okay. Hyper Voice. Yep, we have to take that. I double swap for Skarmory and Aurorus to tank hits, and then kill the Zapdos with Stab Ice Beam. Skarmory with Aqua Berry shifts the focus to Flash Cannon on Aurorus, allowing Steel Wing to do massive damage to Sylveon. Choice Specs locks him in a Flash Cannon, so Steel Wing feints Sylveon. Swampert Mega Evolves to hit massive waterfalls into Scizor, bringing it down to low health. Bullet Punch here can kill Skarmory with priority, so I have to pivot out to Snorlax, which barely lives on 5 HP. Waterfall knocks out Scizor, and Gengar comes out and Mega Evolves, so I protect my Snorlax. EQ can then knock them both out. Killed. Yes! Ah, yeah, there you go. Okay. Woo! Aliana needed a longer cook time, but it was worth the wait. Leading with Ledian, U-turn damages Behemoth, swapping out to Lucario to tank Power Gem, and Poison Jab removes the Whimsicott. Okay, I think Tailwind's the safest option. We go to Lucario to take the Rock moves, the Power Gems. Okay. Flygon. Lucario protects against Earth Power, and Drillrun feints Behemoth. Oh, what? Oh, right. I forgot. Okay. Here's the Gator. I swap an Altaria on the left to withstand Stop Aqua Tail. Let's try that. Altaria Mega Evolve, surviving an Ice Punch and red HP. They're both going to try to go for setup moves. Feraligatr will die. Feraligatr will die. Okay, Quiver Dance, Dragon Dance. Oh shit, it went for it. Interesting. Did not expect that. Totally did not expect that. I double swap to Lucario, then immediately switch back out to Ledian, but Sandslash does not clutch, missing the Drill Run range on Raikou. Not a kill. Fuck! Ah! That's so annoying. Okay. Watch, but we can do this then. Okay. Kill. Beautiful. Ledian switches out with Aurorus, and Crunch into Bayonet brings it low. Crunch again kills Bayonet as Aurorus protects from Aura Sphere. And finally, Raikou squashed with Body Slam to earn the deathless victory. Hey, look at that! See? We won. Not too hard, not too hard. Winning these two battles deathless gave me a lot of confidence walking into Clement. I've got a much better box, so the plan is a lot more comprehensive. Leading with Raichu and Pyroar, Drifloon goes down to Thunderbolt and Crunch. Pyro protects against Hammer Arm, and T-Bolt chips Rotom to half health. Ledian swaps in and T-Bolt drops the Rotom. T-Bolt again chips at the Kling Clang as Ledian protects itself from attacks. Another pivot to Lantern that tanks Air Slash, and T-Bolt shocks the Kling Clang. 3 Pokemon down, and everything's looking good so far. PZ comes out looking to blast Adaptability Hyper Beams. I set up Light Screen, then swap over to Ledian who can tank special attacks. Aurora swaps in on the left, and Lantern Volt switches out to Raichu. At this point, I'm just switching and switching and switching, and I'm not really doing any damage. Here, I make the decision to sack Raichu, first T-Bolting Thundurus, but dying to Tri-Attack from PZ. Ledian on the left is baiting attacks, and Swampert comes in on the right where Earth Power damages the Mega Manectric. I pivot over to Lantern to tank the Ice Beam, and PZ Thunderwaves Auroras getting the pair to prevent the kill. In this position, I assume Manectric would Thunderbolt Auroras because that does the most damage, but instead they Snarl, lining up the damage rolls on Lantern, and PZ doubles down with Tri-Attack. Earth Power Manectric. Snarls, that's fine. Oh my god. Fuck. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Worse yet, Earth Power misses the roll on Manectric. Protect and Hyper Voices finishes Manectric, but I'm still lacking a solution to PZ. I realize that Pyroar here also has to go down to get rid of PZ. Flamethrower brings it down to red, but Aurora's chokes and doesn't get off an attack. I choose Ledian to kill with Air Lay Quick Attack, but psych, Ledian also chokes and gets para. Like, it was gonna die anyway. If it got paralyzed, it would have died regardless of what I used. Fuck. 4 deaths is crazy bad. Considering how good I was doing so far, 4 deaths is crazy, crazy bad. So much for confidence there. 4 deaths here just means I played horribly. Coming up is another short route to the next badge, so it's not too bad. Serena battles me again on Route 14, which goes fine because I've got her pretty much memorized. I lead with Crawdon to knock off Meowstic, swap and kill any Pokemon she sends in, and Skarmory answers her Mega. Gengar here joins the party on Route 14, and Basculin links up with the team in Laver City. These two are the only encounters we get to recuperate our Clement losses, and Gengar is obviously great, but Basculin actually reveals to be a hidden gem later in the run. It's okay. Ideally, we would have gotten another Psychic type, but it's whatever. The 6th gym was a cakewalk. With the Mega X item, it's a Mega Stone for any Pokemon that can Mega Evolve. Mega Gengar tossing Stab Sludge Bombs carries us all the way to Valerie. Valerie is, unfortunately, another annoying double battle. Faking out Illumise allows for Skarmory to bring Jinx down to the red. Medicham protects against all attacks, and Jinx goes down to Steel Wing. It had Sash anyway, so he needed 2 hits. Ninetales was looking for the Fire Blast, so I swap in Aurorus on the left and Swampert on the right. Lumberry counters the Will-O-Wisp Burn, and we can pick up the double kill with Waterfall and Power Gem. Skilling Chinchino lines up an attack on our right side, so with Hyper Voice bringing it down to 1 HP, I swap to Lucario for Life Orb Recall to knock it out. Skarmory can Steel Wing the Diancie to kill, and finally, it's too little too late for Mega Mawile, and Steel Wing cracks down on the set of Jaws. With the 6th badge, the next route upcoming is going to be another long split, consisting of the Pokeball Factory, Routes 15 and 16, and Frost Cavern. Thankfully, most of the fights are single battles, where I can just knock down a Pokemon, swap in another, and rinse and repeat. At the end of the Pokeball Factory, Twin Mischief, Celosia, and Byrony await us in a tag battle. Serena doesn't play by Nuzlocke rules and leads with her trademark Meowstic to set up screens. That's fine by me since I'll be focusing down the right side. Thunder Punch twice kills the Braviary as it sets up a Sandstorm. Electivire Volt switches out to Chestnut, and Delphox roasts Liepard with Heat Wave. That's not so good actually. That's not that great. The point was to keep Liepard in so that we don't have to worry about having 2 Megas out at the same time. That's actually really bad. Liepard was ideal because it couldn't damage my Chestnut, but Heat Wave just fast-tracked in the Hydreigon, and I still have to deal with Tyranitar. Thankfully, Delphox is redeemed by burning Tyranitar. Mega Altaria on my side pixelates a Hyper Voice, which brings in a double kill. Now we have all that's left is just a Mega Aerodactyl. Okay, that's Mega Absol. Mega Aerodactyl. Holy shit, all Megas. D-Dance. Oh shit, you better Sucker Punch then. This Absol better Sucker Punch. Beautiful. Okay, that wasn't too bad then, that wasn't too bad. Crossing through Route 15 was no problem for me. Just had to watch out for the route leaders Rune and Rhyme. Chlorophyll Lilligant can be kinda dangerous if you don't have a Pokemon with high damage output that can one-shot the Lilligant. This route also offers me a Drapion, a classic Pokemon in my Nuzlockes, but I really don't end up using it much due to its less than average IVs. I don't need to go deep into Lost Hotel or Route 16 to pick up an encounter, just deep enough to reach some grass. Lost Hotel gave me a Bayonet, not an encounter that I was super excited for, considering that we also had the chance of Magnezone, Rotom, Sableye, or even Mismagius. Before the encounter on Route 16, I did have to fight through the sisters Acles and Eos. And what'd that get me? Interesting. I was really expecting like a Beedrill or like, interesting. Do we need another grass type? In all honesty, getting a grass type Pokemon here was actually less than ideal. My personal playstyle doesn't fit the slower paced game that grass types provide, and seeing how the endgame is ramping up with power creep, I was really looking forward to a cannon of a Pokemon. I was definitely hoping for the Beedrill because it's so min-maxed in this game, adaptability as well, but honestly, I will take a Bulbasaur. Like, I won't complain. Another Horde? Are you serious? Is it even worth it at this point? Because I don't think we need any more water types. Dude, this is actually kind of a not so great encounter. I have so many water types. I'm missing Psychic. I'm missing like Dark, Fire. Like, I could use any of those. I don't need more water types. Maybe Steel type? God, I don't know anymore. Frost Cavern is overrun by Flare Grunts, which only makes the battles harder. On top of that, there's the route bosses. The first trainer on the first floor is already a route boss. He has a slower paced team though, so we can overrun him with momentum by constantly switching in and out Pokemon to my advantage. None of his Pokemon have strong damage potential, so they're just sitting ducks while I rack up damage. Deeper inside the cave are the actual Flare Grunts. At the end of the cave is Mabel harassing a wild Abomasnow. Her team is too slow and takes too long to build momentum. Drain Punch instantly one-shots Blissey, and Haxorus wastes a turn setting up Dragon Dance. Ghost Flying Unpheasant uses a 2-turn move Phantom Force, which I bring down with Shadow Sneak. Spiritomb relies on Will-O-Wisp Hex, and takes too long before dishing out any damage. She sends out a Suicune, and my Storm Drain Lumineon perfectly counters it, boosting our special attack at the same time. Her last Pokemon is Mega Glalie. I Volt Switch out to do massive damage, but I actually could have killed her with Surf. Steel Wing finishes off Glalie, and we drive the Flare Grunts out of the cave. Alright, whatever we get is what we get. Okay, Walrein. I would not put that in the top echelon of what we could have gotten here, but it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. In Anastar City, Serena challenges me to another battle. She changed up her team this time, adding a Frostlass and Latias to her team, but again, it's a simple procedure. And this time her Mega is Mega Lopunny, but still, Skarmory's the perfect counter. We have Metal Burst in case we need that, but Drill Peck should just kill. Never crits us. Easy kill. Beautiful. It's that simple. It's that simple. Just back and forth like that. Just back and forth. The gym battle against Olympia, the 7th gym leader, is yet another double battle. Olympia has a strong lead. Metagross and Sash Weezing. Starting out with a fake out on the Weezing. Flare Blitz just immediately takes out Metagross, so that's fine. That just prevents it from doing anything else. Goodbye. This should be Gallade. Mismagius. Or the Mismagius only sees a kill in my Medicham. We can detect. Flare Blitz kill the Mismagius. This Weezing really can't do anything to me, so we're fine. We're totally fine. Yeah, we'll have to watch out for that. Ooh, fuck. Gallade got pure power. It's a higher damage roll in Emboar, so what we can do is knock out the Gallade first. Psycho Cut Gallade. Protect, I assume. Okay, thank God. Oh my God. It could have also gone into... Here, instead of going for a double kill, I knock out Gallade first to bring out Victini, since I don't want to be fighting it alongside Mega Alakazam. Knock off into Victini. T-Spikes again. Yeah, I think we Shadow Sneak, kill the Victini, and we just, I guess, knock off the Weezing. Okay. What is that? Heat Wave? Okay. Oh fuck, here we go. Psychic, okay. The damage rolls are overlapping, so it's 50-50 on which side it attacks. I protect my Snorlax, but I guess wrong. But if they... Fuck, okay. Yeah, that was... It was 50-50, basically. I swap in Medicham as Crunch does some chip, and Psycho Cut snacks the victory. Yeah, it was either sack Snorlax or Drapion. Ideally, we would have sacked Snorlax over Drapion. It is adamant, but like it's attacks that just wasn't like on the level of like my other Pokemon here. Next upcoming is the longest split in this game. 20 Flare Grunts spread across Kalos, and about 15 or so trainers. Underneath Lysandre Cafe hides the Team Flare's secret hideout. Lysandre greets us with a Mega Gyarados, stalled out by my Chestnut. Most of the Grunts, and even the admins like Aliana, were single battles only, so I can just plan a pivot Pokemon and match my way to victory. It wasn't until Xerosic on the bottom floor that I end up in a double battle. I lead my Mega Gengar beside Cloyster to set up a Shell Smash. This way I can bypass a sturdy on Bastiodon with Spike Cannon. Shadow Ball kills the Arcanine. Spike Cannon kills the Bastiodon. Oh fuck, are you serious? Oh my god, that was the one thing we didn't need. That was the one thing you didn't need. I mean, it doesn't really matter which side we attack into. Fuck me! Well, shit. I bring out Lumineon to try and retake a winning position. Shadow Ball kills Hoopa, but I can't predict the Bastiodon, so I just set up a Quiver Dance, barely taking a head smash. Oh wow, really? Into the right side? Ninjask has a much higher damage roll with knockoff to kill Gengar, but I missed that Sucker Punch was priority, which loses Lumineon for no reason. Okay. Oh man, are you serious? You went for it. Fuck! Why is everything crashing down now? Skarmory comes in to recover our position and crits a Drill Peck. Sharpedo Mega evolves, but we can finish it off with stall tactics from my two walling Pokemon. Losing Cloyster, that was unlucky. I really didn't use it much, so I can cope with that. But losing Lumineon too, for no reason, that's just unacceptable. Our prize at the end, a final stand against Lysandre. His strong lead in Ferrothorn is crumpled by my low kick from Mega Medicham. He immediately brings out his box art legendary Yveltal, which requires a pivot through Aurorus to Azumarill. This blast. That really fucking sucks. Unfortunately, I didn't plan for a Spit F drop. Oblivion Wing nearly knocks out my Water Bunny Rat Thing, where Citrus pops for some health back and Play Rough crits to kill. My counter for Emboar is Feraligatr, equipped with a Lumberry to prevent Dynamic Punch from confusing us. Alright, this is one of the crits that we have to play into. Okay. That really fucking sucks. With the Lumberry popped, no guard guarantees confusion on Feraligatr. Now I gotta steer fucking hard. I give Venusaur a shot, but nope. We get the tail end of confusion, and that was the last straw. Yeah, what the fuck. I prepped so hard, man, just for an unlucky fucking crit. This battle was so fucking infuriating. No Venusaur also means that I don't have a counter for his Mega Gyarados at the end. Now I have no steer for Gyarados. That really sucks. I have no steer for Gyarados. You guys probably can't tell, but the anger I felt during this battle was off the fucking charts. I was actually considering stabbing my own hand. I'm actually gonna rage so fucking hard. I tested this so many times. I went through my calculations so many times. The chance that all of them happen, less than 1% of a percent. I can't tell you how long I prepped for this shit. I spent the entire fucking day prepping for this. Making sure rolls like lined up, making sure everything worked. I spent so fucking long. And now I have no steer for this fucking piece of shit. Something to throw. Oh my god. Azumarill was sent in to die to bring in Medicham safely, who can low kick and kill. I tested every single possibility. Every single potential way that they could attack me. I tested the math so many times. And this, I'm talking, I calculated everything. Every single roll mattered. Every single poison possibility, confusion possibility, the chance that they would choose one attack over the other. I calculated every single in and out, and I still got fucked. I spent 8 hours because this fight is like the gateway to the late game. And it still fucked me. I know what you're thinking. Was this fight really that bad? In hindsight, yes and no. I replayed this fight 7 different times and I won all of them. If you're just thinking, hey, Gunk Shot is 30% poison, it's not that uncommon, it's the exact combination of poison and Spadef drop. Even a crit would have been fine, since Azu would have still been able to take Dynamic Punch. I could have also considered sacking here, but I didn't have space to bring a non-essential Pokemon. In retrospect, I tried my best and I got unlucky. It happens, and we move on. With the Team Flare plotline finally put to rest, I head to Kuriwai Town to get a Swanna, Route 18 for a Houndoom, and Electrode in Terminus Cave. Unfortunately, this means that Sycamore must challenge us in a silly triple battle again with his assortment of starter Pokemon. Not a problem, but there's also a back-to-back-to-back rival fight against all 3 of your rivals. This is going to be a tough battle. No switching team members, no movesets or items, nothing. I brought in Bayonet to Shadow Claw and Shadow Sneak a Grumpig because I need to save Fake Out PP for the second fight. Like, just in case. I know we'll have to use one on the next battle, so we're just going to save it here. Greninja coming out means Snorlax comes in. Protein ensures that its typing is constantly changing, so I hit stab returns for consistent damage. Guja looks for an Outrage just to stare down my Altaria where 2 play roughs one-shots. Depending on the Sludge Wave roll, we might be in a little Depending on the Sludge Wave roll, it might kind of line up weirdly with the Crocodile Crunches rolls in the back. I pivot through Skarmory into Medicham, who can Mega Evolve with Poison Jab to punch out the tanky Sylveon. Finally, Mega Pidgeot with No Guard uses Hurricane, but gets countered by my Electrode. The accuracy on Thunder is boosted to 85, which is still not enough, but I can use their No Guard to my advantage and guarantee a kill. Immediately after that is Tierno challenging us. So the way the ranges work here is we have to Fake Out, Shadow Claw, and Shadow Sneak. Fake Out. Okay. Here wants to set up a Tailwind because it doesn't see a kill yet, so we Shadow Claw. Okay, as expected. If Talonflame uses Brave Bird, then we gotta take a crit since it outspeeds us with Gale Wings. Yeah, okay. So yeah, even though Shadow Sneak, Gale Wings lets it go first. I pivot over to Altaria, Mega Evolving to boost our defense and living Superpower on just 9 HP. Okay, that's a little weird, but okay. Yeah, that's where the ranges would have gotten tight. We were at Bruce heals me back up to healthy range, which gives me leeway to set up a Dragon Dance. Pixelate returns, does huge Fairy type damage, and brings death to the rest of his team. Trevor is a kind guy and heals my Pokemon before facing me, but I still can't change my lineup. I Fake Out his Florges for chip, then swap over to Skarmory to tank the Light of Ruin. Steel Wing hits for damage and brings in Raichu. I swap over to Snorlax to chip with Return, and then Electrode who can outspeed and kill with Bug Buzz. Breloom coming out means I gotta Volt Switch out to Skarmory. They Spore us, putting Skarmory to sleep, which we wake up on the first turn and kill. We'll take the first turn, Tentacool gets countered by Snorlax, which brings out his Mega Scizor at the end. It's got huge damage potential since it set up a Swords Dance on the swap in. Drill Peck brings it down to the red, but now that Bullet Punch kills with priority, I have to sack a Pokemon here to kill it with a priority move on my own. So, goodbye to Snorlax, but it's more important that Bayonet comes in healthy for Fake Out Shadow Sneak to line up the kill. Losing Snorlax here is not a worry. I've still had in Countess lineup. Lilligant on Route 20 joins the march forward, and this thing has a total of 42 IVs, 25 of which are in speed. In Pokemon Village, checking the garbage cans on Thursdays guarantees you one of the lake trios. And I got Mesprit, the only one of the 3 that I don't know how to use. I mean, that's something we'll take, right? It's a Mesprit. Route 20 on the west of Snowbell City also gave me a Farfetch, which is more akin to its Galarian counterpart. I mean, hey, I'm not one to turn it down. I think it's been giga buffed in this game, like in every other ROM hack, so... I mean, I'll take this, I also make the trade in Snowbell City, cashing in the useless Walrein I got on Route 17 for the equally useless Glalie. Wulfric runs his gym in Permanent Hail. I thought my plan was pretty solid. Fake Out grants us our speed increase, allowing for Drain Punch to kill his lead Mamoswine. Delibird warrants a swap out to Electrode, who Volt Switches to break its Sash, and into Emboar, who can outspeed with Mach Punch. Empoleon comes out slower than Emboar, which means that a Reckless Submission can dish out the damage. Kyurem White comes out, which means that I gotta pivot into Motor Drive Electivire. Motor Drive for the speed boost. Fuck me, I forgot Motor Drive. Fuck, I gotta steer again. I sack Electrode so that Auroras can Diamond Storm Kyurem for huge damage. Pivoting to Swanna resets the rain, and Hurricane outspeeds Kyurem to kill. Yeah, fully accurate for Hurricane. Okay. Electrode's okay. Losing Electrode's okay. Licky Licky does nothing to Swanna and dies to Surf. In. This is... Already? Don't you have a... Oh no, we already killed it. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay, we're good. We out of it. This earns me my final Kalos Gym badge. Turns out my planning was actually kinda perfect. I didn't forget Motor Drive, I just forgot that Turbo Blaze acts like Mold Breaker, letting the Kyurem hit Electivire through Motor Drive. No matter though, because Luing Electrode here is actually perfectly fine. With all 8 badges now in my possession, the level cap jumps all the way up to 97. I waste no time at all and level up all my guys to make the battles upcoming a lot easier. Shoutouts to Axon for making this incredible game. Never in my life has a ROM hack felt so fully fleshed out, and this was the first to do it. As much as this game has brought me anger and rage, it's also had its fun and happy moments. There's just one last piece of the puzzle before I can put this game to rest. As you might have figured, planning for the Elite Four was a pain. Finding 6 Pokemon that can face 5 separate trainers one-on-one is no easy task, but I think I had the team to do it. Swampert is a good start to the team. I can run it tankier with Leftovers and Water Absorb, or more offensively with Sheer Force and Life Orb. Pidgeot that I got on Victory Road was a great complement to Swampert. It works as a fast pivot or a no-miss cannon with No Guard Mega Pidgeot. Altaria was another obvious pick. Amazing typing with Levitate, and its Mega Form with Pixelate can deal out massive damage. With these 3 at the core, I wanted to bring in Lilligant as well. A few matchups were a little awkward to confront, and Lilligant fit the role perfectly. I also brought in Electivire. Motor Drive means it's another Pokemon with immunity, and it's one of the few Pokemon on my team that can naturally raise its speed. My last choice for this roster is an interesting pick. Castform. Unlike regular Castform in this game reaches its other forms through Mega Evolutions. Holding a Water Stone, it's Rain Castform. Shiny Stone gets you the Snow form, and Firestone for Sunny form. It was the perfect choice. But finding the right Pokemon was just a start. I still had to plan out who goes in which fights. So I pulled up the calculator and started planning for the fights, even writing out step-by-step instructions as to how to exactly win. I've come this far into the game, I'm not going to lose it here. I start the Elite Four beginning with Malva. Both Malva and Drazza needs Pidgeot to be pre-burned with Quick Feet to outspeed their Pokemon. So, starting with Rotom Heat. Drizzle. This ensures that we outspeed this turns. Beautiful. This is Groudon. That is fine. Okay. We bring back out Castform. We want the Drizzle. It's gonna Heat Crash, so this is completely fine. Okay, Weather Ball. Beautiful. Magmortar is Water Absorb with Thunderbolt. Beautiful. We outspeed, T-Punch with Zap Plate. Bang. This is Blaziken. Now, sees a kill with Close Combat. We Volt Switch out. Close Combat, we can take it with Pidgeot. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's okay. Speed Boost. That's why we had to pre-burn with Quick Feet, because now we outspeed. Aeroblast. Fire move, we go back to Castform. Okay, Dragon Rush incoming. Dragon Rush doesn't hit us. Dragon Pulse once. Too little, too late. Dragon Pulse twice. Perfectly executed Malva. Next up is Drasna. Step 1, kill Dragouch with Dig. Leading with Sheer Force Soft Sand. Wait, what? Okay, so step 1 already failed. What's going on? I can't exactly steer from this position since every one of my Pokemon has their health exactly lined up to a T, so everyone has to do their job perfectly. I try to pivot in my Pokemon, sacking as I go, but eventually I do lose the run here. So that's it. That's how the run dies. Turns out the game's actually coded wrong. Sheer Force didn't boost the damage from Dig because it wasn't coded to have the added 20% confuse chance. The calculator recognized it, but the game didn't. But I wasn't satisfied. The game being coded wrong isn't a display of my Nuzlocke skills. I wanted to see if the plan that I laid out actually worked or not. So in PK Hex, I replaced Dig with Ground Pound. So this attempt revives at the Elite Four, and this should work. Okay, as expected. Then we go Pidgeot. Okay. Croc Berry already. We U-turn out. We're faster because of Quick Feet and Burn. We go to Electivire. Okay. We go back to Pidgeot. Okay, we go Aeroblast. Beautiful. Into Cast Form. Okay, Assault Vest keeps us... Okay, I was gonna hope for above half, but we can't really hope for too much. Leaf Storm just for a bit of chip because we do kind of need that. Okay. That's good. Okay, Pump. We Mega Evolve, Return. A little bit of lag. Okay, Ice Beam. Nice. Return kills. Altaria. I think we have to Dragon Dance here. Play Rough is going to do big damage, but... Oh, what? Okay. I guess it saw the kill. Return here kills. Dragon Claw here kills. Okay. That's fine. Hyper Beam here kills. Okay. Weird. Seabold leads with Politoed, so we are going to stall it out of its rain moves, rain turns with Protect. First turn. Kills. Okay. Swap to Lilligant. Leaf Storm kills past the Rindo Berry. Perfect. For Alligator. We go to swap to Electivire. Okay. We're faster. We Volt Switch out to... That's like 70% now. To Altaria. Expert Belt Dazzling Gleam. Kills. We swap to Swampert. Okay, that's fine as well. Mega Evolve. No Guard Hurricane. Beautiful. Kyogre. Out to Swampert. Swampert. It's gonna try to use a Pump. That's what I thought. That's why I have Water Absorb. Earthquake again. Perfect. And then it's Blastoise. Okay, Dark Pulse. I mean, that's fine. Okay, Dark Pulse, that's fine. Okay, Recoil brings it down perfectly into Hammer Arm range. Beautiful. Leading with Sandstream Cofagrigus. Mega Evolve into Sunny Form Weather Ball. Drought removes the sand, boosts our Weather Ball to kill the Kofagrigus. Awesome. This could Mud Bomb, this could Hydro Pump. It could also Steel Beam, anything's possible. Okay. Drain Punch breaks Air Balloon. Okay. EQ kills. Perfect. Okay, Dialga wants to Draco Meteor. We swap to Altaria to Electivire on the Steel Beam, Flash Cannon. Hammer Arm kills. Beautiful. We go back to Altaria. Okay. We go over to Cast Form on the Iron Head. Perfect. And Weather Ball kills. Beautiful. Hammer Arm to kill. Beautiful. This Metagross is trouble. Basically, it can one-shot any one of my Pokemon. Pidgeot Focus Sash. Okay. Swap over to Cast Form. No Bullet Punch. Weather Ball kills. Beautiful. Easy. Okay. Okay. This is what it's all been leading up to. Klefki Keldeo. This Klefki is likely to set up both screens on the first 2 turns. We're gonna Mega Evolve Protect. Earthquake everything. It could set up Light Screen first and not get the Reflect up, so that's also possible. Okay, so it got the Reflect up. That's fine. Okay, so 2 kills the Klefki, which means that Hurricane into Keldeo kills, and the Earthquake kills. T-Wave, okay, that kind of sucks. That's kind of not good. Okay. I guess we'll Waterfall kill the Entei. Or hit the Entei. Oh, right. That's not... Okay. Yeah. That's not Diancie. That's Zoroark. Zoroark Night Dazes into Pidgeot. We swap to Electivire, and we just kill the Entei then, right? At least we know it's Zoroark now. Night Daze is fine. Stone Edge is fine. Waterfall goodbye. This is Rotom. Protect here will strength the Rotom. Oh, Will-O-Wisp. Missed the focus. Oh, wow. Okay, you went for that? That's fine. Oh, jeez. Okay, I think we died to I think we died to burn, but that's okay. Okay, that's fine. Lilligant. Oh, it's Diancie. Okay, this is what we do. We Dazzling Gleam, sack Altaria, and we protect our Lilligant. Okay, Zoroark moves first, then us. Perfect, Zoroark dies. And then Diancie kills with Moonblast. That's fine. Served us well. Leaf Storm. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching my run of Pokemon Ancestral X. It's too bad that we did lose at the Elite Four, but hey, it was fun all around. I highly recommend this game, and if you want to watch more Nuzlocke content, then subscribe and stay tuned.